what's going on? It's your boy Cuban Mike. Listen to 102.9 Tape Deck. And tonight, man, I got a dope guest in the building, man. We're going back to, like, high school Whittier days right here. Shout out to the whole Whittier Wildcats, you know what I'm saying? My whole alumni there from 97 to 2003 out here, man. I got this dude right here. This episode could go either way. This could be really, really boring, or it could be a whole bunch of dry, funny humor. Because one thing for sure, every time I have this dude in the building, we're both in the same building, expect some dry humor coming out of this. The older I've got, I'm going to let you know right now, you haven't seen me in a while, but my humor has gone some real dry and really, really dark. The older you get, you realize it's
like your lips.
Like this dark, like your lips. Now I feel self-conscious. Damn, I got to get my chapstick now.
I'm just kidding.
I know. And he also got
or am I?
He also had an album coming out. We're going to discuss about the album, his podcast, mainly hip-hop, man, because the crazy thing about it, like, we never really talk in depth of hip-hop as much as we should have, because we're both hip-hop
That's the first connection of us, yeah.
Exactly, 100%, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got the homie Andre X. What's going on, bro?
What up? Thank you for having me, man.
Not a problem, man. How was the traffic?
It was good. It got a little rough on the bridge, but that's it. 15 minutes on the bridge. Got here a little earlier than I said I was going to get here, so it worked out.
It worked perfectly, because people, when they say they're going to land at a certain time, they never do, so you actually made it in a timely manner. So,
and I'm Dominican, so I'm a guy here, I got here.
Yeah, on time, because, y'all got a reputation of, not being on time.
Exactly, and I got here early, so, like, technically, I get points for that.
Yeah, of course, you're going to get extra brownies for me.
That's right.
So, man, listen, man, we got so much to catch up on right now, man, because outside, from your podcast I saw last month, it was a phenomenal episode. There was terminology, man. You and Yanni did your thing over there, man.
Thank you.
First and foremost, I want to say I'm so proud of everything that you've done between the podcast,
I appreciate
your
it, man.
music, everything, man. Just helping out with the community, everything. So I want to touch upon everything you've been doing for like all your life, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like this is your life type thing going on, man.
I don't think I'm that interesting, but let's see.
We're gonna make it interesting, man. You're not a boring dude.
Yeah,
I know you live a dope life and you're doing dope things out here in these streets.
Thank you, man.
But first and foremost, I want to get into you and yourself. Who is Andre X?
Oh man, just an individual from Lawrence, Massachusetts, who fell in love with music at a young age, who comes from a Puerto Rican Dominican family. So I'm cultured in two different cultures with the same language, kinda. And I'm just, I'm a wholesome individual. I'm a community man. I love to help out the kids in my community, especially the youth. The youth is a future. Mm-hmm. I'm also a father, so I'm a dedicated father to my 12-year-old daughter. So Maya, what up? I'm also very spiritual.
Yeah.
In a way where I am starting to understand energies and, those kind of frequencies that I should be tapping into. I'm a free-minded person. I'm very non-judgmental, and I lead with love. That's me in a nutshell.
No doubt.
And I'm kind of funny.
Funny is an understatement.
Yeah.
I think
The kind is like kind of.
No, you're hilarious. I enjoy your humor. Every time around you, I know I'm ready to laugh. So
yes, man, good time.
I appreciate your humor. I really appreciate you, man.
You.
Again, I want to go back, man. Us being hip hop heads, I want to know how did you got into hip hop, and who was your first couple of artists that got you like inspired to do this thing?
Oh,
Look
man.
at me, I'm getting to like the musical side. Look at that.
It's cool. Honestly, so if we want to talk about music in general before we get to the hip hop, because this is how it actually started. Because I wouldn't have trickled down onto the CD at this moment unless it was because of my dad. So my dad would collect CDs, and every weekend they'd put a new CD on, and my mom would clean and they'd dance to him or whatever. Mm-hmm. One time, my dad, I'm going down the list and I see that he has a Vanilla Ice CD. And I'm like, is Vanilla Ice, and why do you have this? Mm-hmm. Right? I put it on, I hear the rap. At that time, I was a Ninja Turtle fan. So I recognized that with the Ninja Turtle thing.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, Ninja Turtles, this is what I, what I mean? I started liking the rap part. And that's where it really clicked that like, this is something to do. Because I was like a preppy boy, I went to private school and I wore a tie to school and all this. I wasn't into baggy pants or like, I didn't care what kind of sneakers I had. Mm-hmm. So then years later, I found the love for rapping. In private school, there was a talent show, and me and my boy Knight, who has been my DJ my whole career, he's a great beatboxer, and to hear him do something like that blew my mind. So like it inspired me enough to want to write something. I completely blew it, and I sucked. But that's where it tapped into me, where like I want to do this. I want to be involved some way, somehow. And let me take this jacket off my back because it sounds like
Get comfortable, man.
yeah,
Get comfortable.
I sound like I'm running down the hallway. But yeah, that's where it started, man. Like it started with people close to me, and it started with people that are still with me, which is awesome, you know.
No doubt. You know what's crazy, man? People don't even know that we used to have ciphers. Cause we were back in the days of Woody, we used to like have ciphers, and it was me, you, Book. Anybody used to rap, even like the Salas brothers.
Yeah,
shout out to the Salas brothers.
Even Knowledge, bro.
Knowledge, man. We're gonna get into it in a second, man.
even Knowledge.
We're gonna get into the second, man.
Yeah.
But we used to have ciphers back in the days, and people don't even know. I used to have a couple of bars stuck in the chamber.
Yeah.
And you know, like it was funny because I was like, I was older than y'all cats, and then like the few times I used to visit, I was tapped into the school. They'd be like, "Yo, the youngest are spitting. Like,
Yeah.
Andre is spitting, Nas is spitting, Books is spitting or whatever." So now, I thought it was just like a Woodier thing, but there was like a little buzz coming out, like in Lawrence, that you had all these people that said spitting or whatever. So I used to catch some of y'all up in Hope Street or even like in the park, and I'm like, "Yo, my guys are getting busy."
Yeah, man.
My guys are getting busy, so
We're on flyers and shit.
Yeah.
Years later, like it was a glow up. We those opportunities too to like you saying that, right? We were all in Whittier, and the only people that were actually rapping like that were people that were in Lawrence,
yeah,
right? But we all had to go to Haverhill to go to school,
Yeah.
to like feel like individuals there. Because if we would have went to Lawrence High, we wouldn't have felt like individuals. We would have felt like everybody else. Because everybody else was like us.
Yeah.
But being from Lawrence, those couple of buses, like each bus had a rapper on it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Each bus had that dude that wore the ill sneakers. Each bus had the fine girl. They're like, yo, I wish I was on that bus.
Yeah.
Right? Each bus had that individual, like, kind of like criteria person. And like, everybody became themselves. A lot of artists came out of that Whittier little circle, man. Artists as in like painters, fashion designers, rappers, singers, dancers. A lot of people came out of that thing. They're all from Lawrence. So Lawrence is where it's at, man. The talent coming out of Lawrence right now, I'm deeply involved with like having hands on with a lot of the artists that are being developed in Lawrence.
Yeah.
And trust me, that Lawrence is the next huge thing. People just need to open their ears and open their eyes. You know what I mean?
No doubt. And I think, I could be biased, and I'm gonna be biased. I think next to Boston, I think people are really starting to pay attention to us, and it's safe to say that Term played a big part on that.
Yes.
Even before Term, we had Crump Snatching, and when he made the quote before the Swords, like we had
Before Crumb Snatcher, we had Scientific.
Yeah. So we had people out there that were just making like their rounds. But I think it's safe to say with Term, he took it to another level thanks to the internet, because he became like, I don't want to say internet rapper, but the internet helped him get to that next plateau that he needed, because the rappers back in the day didn't have that kind of thing.
Right.
That you could get easy access to it. So
I think his big advantage is consistency, though.
Because
the thing is, like, he was here when there wasn't in the internet. You understand? He was rapping when there wasn't that time.
Yeah, of course.
He was rapping when you had to go outside and give your CD to people when there wasn't MP3s.
I was
I was there. And you were there, right?
I was there.
So for me, it's like I think the real superpower that, and shout out to Term, is his consistency and work ethic. He believes he is that famous big rapper ever in the world. Like, he really thinks that, and he lives it. He lives his truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the manifestation of like, this is what I'm gonna be. I don't give a what he says. I have to make it. I have to make it. I have to make it. I've had the talks with him, like, like, yo, this is all I do. I brush my teeth. I take a shower to hip hop.
Yeah.
So
No doubt. And you definitely see the consistency, and the dope thing about it, he always comes back to help and gives pointers to everybody that wants to make something out of himself, because he does give it opportunity, but you got to go out there and chase it.
yes.
So that's the dope thing about it. And I do see, like I said, he did your podcast, so that was like enough said. And he dropped a lot of gems through your podcast that I had to look at it today, and there's little gems that he was dropping left and right that you could really pay attention and take it within yourself to make sure that if you want to strive something, this is how you move and this is how you do it.
There's never a time that I don't chill or like hang out with Term and leave with jewelry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's never a time where I'm not chilling with Rex, another Lawrence
Yeah, Rex. Oh my
lots
God!
of-
Shout out to Rex.
yeah,
How
shout
the
out,
heck am I forget
right?
Rex? Jeez.
Because Rex is the real like, is my brother. Or like, he's the connection to all of it.
Yeah.
And Rex is the one that like. Every time I'm with Rex, I always leave with jewelry. I got new rings. I got new chains on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's always dropping gems on me. So
Yeah. And before I forget, shout out to Static Selector too. That's
yeah,
another
Static
one.
Selector,
Static,
man.
big Static.
I don't really
man.
have conversations with Static like that, but every time like I think Static's not a conversation person. He's a quiet dude.
He's a quiet dude, but just of the fact he came from Lawrence, and he's at where he's at the level he is, man.
Like every single time I'm in New York, I'm in Static studio.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally hanging with Static or with Term.
Yeah.
Like when we go to the Bushwick Collective, we're hanging out with Static and Term. Like those are the guys, right? They're the representatives of what, or I'm sorry, they're like a reflection of what a lot of these artists that are here want to be.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? So
yeah, so now we got you with the music and stuff. So when I left off with you in high school, it was just like ciphers and talent shows and just like fun and games. So at what point in time you realize, okay, I'm gonna take my craft a little bit serious and go? I guess you went full in. So how you decided to go full in and say, yo, I want to do this and I want my craft to be taken serious? Give or take, like, was it after high school or was it a little?
I think it was the opportunity to have my own studio, right? My father had a band, and in our garage, he built a full-blown studio.
I remember that. Oh, my God, it's studio.
Right? And so he had 3 rooms to record in and a big engineering room, and then he broke it all down. Before he broke it all down, I asked him, because I was getting into music, I go, yo, leave me one room. And he did.
Yeah.
He left me one room. He gave me his board, and he gave me his Roland, and that was floppy disk and zip disk, like zip files. I was old school with it, and that's when I knew, like, okay, if I can record one song, then I can do this.
Yeah,
and I did.
No doubt. And damn, the studio, man. I remember I did a couple of joints in the studio.
Yeah, man.
I remember going to...
You did come to my studio.
Yeah, I had something out there.
Yeah.
I dropped a couple free. Oh, dang.
Alejandro came too.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's back when you guys were rapping together.
Yeah.
Jamal came down. Remember Jamal? He called himself Bomb Man.
Yeah.
He came down. Jamal, he was in masonry, I think.
Yeah. Wow, you took it back.
Yeah, bro.
So, I want to get more to that, but I want to go a little bit forward because you got this album coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to play some tracks on the album. Can you tell the artist name of the album?
This is Andre El Gigante, produced entirely by Short Fuse.
Shout out to Short Fuse.
Shout out Droga.
Yeah.
Coño. Yeah, that's the homie, man. Like, he's actually the real connection between all the other, like, my avenues in music.
Yeah.
Short Fuse has always been like my mentor, and when it comes to beat making and even recording and like just tips and tricks, and like I follow his lead a lot for a lot of things, and he has a very marketable like vision, which is awesome. And so we're the homies, and with this album we came up with, it's like 5 years in the making. So some of these songs are really old, some of these songs are really new. But it's a journey, and that's the point. That's why it's called Gigante. Gigante means giant in Spanish, and I wanted to show people the growth. I've grown. I'm not talking about riding around in a nice car with girls in it. I'm not talking about selling drugs or shooting guns that I don't have. I'm not
meeting to connect in Panama or something like that.
I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm giving you poetry. I'm giving you some R&B. I'm giving you some vibes. I'm giving you some grown people music. I'm giving you something to dance to. I'm giving you something to think about.
Real life, everyday stuff that grown men go through.
Right, exactly. Like the last song on the album is like one of my favorites because it's like it's the song that hits emotion for me every single time I hear it. It gives me an emotional feeling, and it's like, because there's so much truth in it.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the album's out. The album's out next month. We're also doing a couple like like a tour run, maybe some more podcasts and some shows, and I'm gonna be doing shows with a band and touring that for a little bit and seeing how it goes. We got a couple videos coming out for it. I got merch, so looking forward to all that listening party. I'll invite you so you can pop up.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get to one of your joints here. I want to get to your first joint here, Pito. I want to decode this joint, Pito. How that came about. What is Pito's your nickname, or is that?
Nah, so Pito's my neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Pito he's part of my organization, my business. It's called Marbalavi and Tea, and he's the photographer. Though he's the chief photographer of my group, and he was the guy on the block that I would always go to like, because he was the cool guy on the block. He was the guy with the first car. He was the guy that knew how to break dance first. He was the guy that knew how to DJ first. He bought me my first equipment ever, like my first only, like it's mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He bought me a fucking Korg piano, MIDI piano, and it's the one that the Neptunes used to use with a microphone, and they used to like make noises with their voices.
Gotcha.
So he bought me that. It was like $400.
Yeah.
So like, and so he was the first person I saw like with an investment, money wise. Like, so this is what this song is about. And because it's full circle, we're not neighbors no more. We're grown men. We have our own families. We live further away from each other. But after a whole bunch of years, we're reconnected. And he's always taking pictures of us in the studio. And so, like, this is why I call it Pito.
Bad, yo. So let's get to the joint, Pito.
Yeah.
Yo, keep it mic. 102.9 tape there, man. Let's rock it out.
Shit mean stop, cause it stopped out here. It stopped out here. I'm cold, nigga. I can feel the sun rays on my face somewhere where the palm trees provide the shade and not the other way around. I got my feet deep in the roots of the sand. 100 bands on me while I smoke and plan with my friends. Take another trip, travel across the lands, end up in Amsterdam, blowing bluegrass on the Autobahn. Pardon my French, I might have even got the order wrong, but we all gon' eat, that's no matter what. Shit starting to feel like we never running out of luck, out of ducks. Flip 'em in the goal, we got the Midas touch. Short fuse on the beat, you hear the throw, God, then you know what's up. Beat the capturing all of the moments of us coming up. I turned my lifestyle into medicine, manifested everything inside my head again. From the passports to the cash outs, now we sipping champagne till we pass out. This is Pito. This nigga's fucking. Oh shit! I gotta get dressed. My own coming. Set your soul on fire, need your energy. Set your soul on fire, need your energy. Set your soul on fire, need your energy. Set your Every day is a challenge, meditation for balance. Taking sips of the chalice while taking steps up the ladder. Knowing none of it matters, but fuck it, I kept on trying to live the life that I want. And my dreams will slowly die. The relationships that unshattered, the people I let inside. For the times I never told them what was really on my mind. I was always chasing for your love instead of chasing mine. But every day I'm growing and I'm changing with the time. And I'm faced with all the times that I ever told a lie. So I'm living out my truth, so I got nothing left to hide. I am who I am and I ain't no other guy. And I thank God every day for giving me another try. Yeah.
Yes.
Yo. Yeah. That was Pito by the homie Dre out here. Dre X. Yo, I love the fact we just talked behind the scenes. I love the fact how the beat is very soulful and then it just like transformed into something else. You just told me behind the scenes that it was some kind of sleeping dream.
Yeah, and the dream I'm having isn't a dream of like things that haven't happened. It's a dream of like memories.
Yeah.
Like I'm rapping about things I've done, right? These are things we're doing. But at some point you do so much that you forget that like you're like a robot. You just go and you sleep. It's like you don't, you know what I mean? Like you're there's something inside your spirit that like falls asleep and just lets you be that robot. Mm-hmm. And like this is where that wake up, that's why you hear the alarm in it. There's a wake up in it and I'm waking up, and then every line that I spit on that second verse, I try to make it awoke moment.
Yeah.
I'm waking up. You know, every day is a challenge. Oh, that's very woke of me to say.
Yeah.
You know, meditation for balance. That's very woke for me to say. So it's just those kind of things I wanted to say in there. And then loving yourself was a big part of that second verse.
No doubt. You got some guests on the album. Some people I'm familiar with them. Some people I'm not familiar with. You got our legendary hometown hero Rex. I believe Navi's in the album also.
Navi, yep.
Navi pulled up a couple of months ago. Shout out to Navi. Certain artists I'm not familiar with. Lucky Dice. That's actually,
if you do the history on Rex, Lucky Dice has been his like right hand man. They're currently on different paths now.
Yeah.
You know, it's all love.
Yeah.
They're just on different journeys, but they were like
Batman and Robin or
Michael and Pippin, or
Method Man, Redman, or
Busta and Flip.
Yeah, gotcha. You got Zay on the album too, and I apologize if I messed up your name. Is it Believe?
Believe.
Okay, are they all Lawton heads or?
So Zay's from Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's probably like one of the first or second people I've ever seen from Lawrence make the first iTunes like top 100.
Yeah.
He was like number 28.
Okay.
And I don't know how he did it, right? And
he did it.
And I was just like, that was amazing. So that was a big like point for even Lawrence to be like, oh look, someone from Lawrence made it on this. It's not just always Term, you know, it's somebody else now.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And I believe he's from Haverhill.
Okay.
But he's a homie. Come around. We used to do these at Nowhere Studios. Shout out Nowhere Studios. That's my homie John Glass. We would go over there every Tuesday. He'd have community days, and it's like anyone that wants to come record or do beats or just vibe and do a jam with us, come through.
Yeah.
And that's what we would do every Tuesday. And a lot of these songs are from those Tuesdays because I met these people and I built a relationship with them, introduced them to Fuse. They build a relationship, you know what I mean? So stuff like that would happen.
Cool. And you also have a track with our legendary hometown hero Knowledge.
Yes, man.
Lawrence, rest in peace, Knowledge. How that came about? Was that y'all in the studio? Was that like a leftover that he gave you?
No. I don't know if you know the history with me and Knowledge.
Outside of Whittier? Nah.
All right, so like from the Whittier one, like the Whittier, Knowledge and me, like we were not cool because we would always battle each other.
Right?
Okay. And so that stemmed off into like when we got out of high school, my crew and his crew were bumping heads.
Okay.
Sometimes even getting physical fights.
All right.
So we were never cool like that.
All right. I never knew that.
Yeah,
that's news to me.
In the beginning.
So it was like the battle thing had y'all like
the battle thing had me and him at odds only because everybody else took it more serious than me and him.
Okay.
Right? Because like I'm not that. Let's fight these people. That's not me. I'm a lover, right?
Yeah.
And Knowledge wasn't that person either.
Y'all both like that. Y'all
exactly.
Just it's the crew that you got to settle down.
Exactly.
It's
but
the crew.
Me being, and I never said I was the leader.
Yeah.
But
you were the face.
They let me call myself the captain.
Okay.
Right? So in some sense, I was the face. Not the face, the leader. Not the face, because Buggy was the face, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was
Shout to Buggy.
I was more like the head, the leader, the person that would take the blame if something happened.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, the fall guy.
The fall guy. And so me and him came to an agreement that like, you know, this is stupid. Like you're, you know, like it didn't happen in conversation. It happened more in like, I just came over his studio one time.
Yeah.
He let me in. Mm-hmm. So I'm just chilling. So like, if we're enemies, why you letting me chill here? Mm-hmm. So like, that's when it clicked to me. Like, this is it's
BS.
It's
BS.
It's minor.
It's
yeah, this is nothing. And we did a track, me, him, and my boy Ghetto.
Oh, okay.
And then we, you know, the relationship was cool from there. We just always been cool since then. But this track, he was going through a time in his life where he was battling with his weight.
Yeah.
And he was doing things to switch things up.
Yeah.
The weight problem he explained to me and to other people, you know, on my podcast, he explained that, which you can go check out at Where Are We Pod.
Phenomenal podcast.
Okay.
Your streaming platforms.
On Instagram, check us out and you can click the links. But yeah, so when I interviewed him, the weight problem came from depression.
Yeah.
and his form of depression was to eat
Yeah.
to forget, and it's uncontrollable when you pass a limit, and I can see that the trying to want to was there.
Yeah.
And because he would come more often to Lawrence to become more active and do things. And shout out my boy Drippy, because if it wasn't for Drippy, to motivate him, pay for him to come out here. You know, I don't know if that's what he actually did, but like I know Drippy, he'd go as far to go drive down there, go get him and bring him up here.
Yeah.
Like I know this man. That's how dedicated he is to wanting to make artists become their full potential.
Yeah.
So he came to the studio. We were in Surefire Studios. That is my boy Brady. He records Millies and all those people.
Yeah.
And he has a great relationship with Knowledge. And, you know, it was easy to get him to come by. And it was free, obviously. We were chilling. And, he wrote it right on the spot. And he didn't even write, actually. He freestyled it.
Right.
And
no pen on some JT.
No pen, no. Honestly, I don't think Knowledge wrote anymore for a long time.
Yeah.
I honestly stopped writing myself because because it's so convenient to just punch in now. But yeah, Knowledge, which is what he did. He did the punch in. But he's a genius. He knows what fits. He knows how to tell a story. He knows how to end a song. He knows how to start a song. He knows how to be a feature. And that's exactly what he did on my song, which I appreciated. Yeah,
you know, it's crazy, man, because I saw him a year before, you know, he passed away at a show in Lynn. And we had talked, because you're supposed to come to the station and do something for me out here. And we just kept talking, but we just had, like, our schedule was just not there. So I saw the podcast he did with you. I saw the podcast he did with Michael. And, you know, we just had talked. We're going to get there. And then, you know, the tragic event happened. And I wasn't here when it happened. I was in Florida. And, I mean, I saw all the things that people show love on Instagram and on social media and in Lawrence, and like the send-off was so beautiful. Yeah. And not only that, like, I know he had a wave, but I thought it was a New England, New York thing, because I didn't know how big it was till I got to Florida. Because when people found out that happened, people in Florida was like devastated. And I had people out in Philly because, you know, the thing that stinks about Massachusetts is, like, even though we're repping Lawrence right now, unfortunately we're not there yet. Because when you think of Massachusetts, you automatically think Boston. So when they think of Lawrence, they thought he wasn't from Boston. I'm like, no, he's from Lawrence. Like, I went to school with dude or whatever the case may be. So they didn't know that I had a relationship with him. A connection with him. So I didn't know how big it was. But the one thing I appreciate him, that everybody showed him love when he was around. And always.
Even the people that hated on him couldn't. Because
you couldn't. He was just a likable dude.
It's like you hating on him makes you look
You
stupid.
hate yourself. You just hate yourself.
It makes you look whack, because, like, what's there to hate?
There's nothing. He's just a lovable guy.
Exactly. He's coming to give people shit. Like,
you know, and
I don't know.
And just other artists that I spoke to behind the scenes, they would tell him, they had him how to, like, you know, make music, how to write 16 bars, how to do a hook, even how to, like, get money through publishing. Like, he was teaching people a lot of things on how to do this.
Behind the scenes.
A lot of things, man. So I'm just grateful that he got the love that he got before and after. So that was a beautiful thing, man, and I'm glad you guys were able to connect and get this joint together.
Yeah, man, me too. So it was definitely a full circle, because he had passed away a couple of months.
Man.
After that, and within the same year.
So it's a beautiful thing you got this joint together.
I'm very grateful.
Yeah, we're gonna get to this joint here, Dulce.
Yeah.
Dulce. No doubt,
this is my Puerto Rican papi voice.
All right, Poppy. So we're gonna get to this joint here. Cupid Mike 102.9, but let's rock it out.
For those of y'all that never mind. Knowledge to K5. Andre X. Fuse. Droga.
Cause she's so sweet, tastes so sweet. She's my sweet little thing, yeah. Cause she's so sweet, tastes so sweet. She's my sweet little thing, yeah. Dulce, hey, your lips taste like dulce, yeah. Dulce, you know we getting lit off the dulce, yeah. Who say we ain't living it up? Tell them they ain't living like us. Tell them they ain't get it like us. Yeah, look, the haters gon' hate regardless. Don't never escape, they godless. The wave that we making, they drowning. They wonder why I ain't around them. Cause I got a little street thing with me. And she wanna do a few things with me. And we gon' do a few things. And she wanna do a few things. No te puedo dejar. I can't leave you. Tu cuerpo no se puede negar. She's not like them other things. No te puedo dejar. I can't leave you. Tu cuerpo no se puede negar. She's not like them other things. She's so sweet, tastes so sweet. That's my sweet little thing, yeah. Cause she's so sweet, tastes so sweet. That's my sweet little thing, yeah.
She not really like candy. Baby, your sweets in the Addy. I was too lit off Addy. When someone ate a cookie so savvy. It wasn't me, no shaggy. That was way before you had a fatty. Back when TY drove a caddy. No injections in your lips, it was grabby. I don't get jealous, that's foolish. You already know I prove it. L14 like screw it. Maybe we was moving like a unit. No te puedo llamar. You know I understand that he your man. No me puedo quejar. No te puedo dejar. And this forever is fine.
I can't leave you. Tu cuerpo no se puede negar. She's not like the mother things. No te puedo dejar. I can't leave you. Tu cuerpo no se puede negar. She's not like the mother things. She's so sweet, tastes so sweet. That's my sweet little thing, yeah. Cause she's so sweet, tastes so sweet. That's my sweet little thing, yeah. Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I don't know if I left it.
9 is not available.
Just get to the fucking.
Yeah. That was the joint Dulce by the homie Knowledge, rest in peace. Well, I should say that. That was the joint Dulce by the homie Andre X featuring the homie Knowledge, rest in peace. We here, 102.9 tape. This your boy, Keep Mike, just chopping up good game here with the homie Andre X, man. You enjoying yourself, man? I ain't torturing you?
Yeah, man. Nah, this is nice, man. I like the hospitality, all the water you're giving me and snacks, and
Oh, that's what I do, man.
yeah, this is really nice.
Imaginary snacks and imaginary food. That's what I'm here for.
My guy here, he just gave me napkins. He was like, here for your own food. I'm like, I didn't bring it.
Yeah. Okay, I went through the album and I didn't ask the question, which I should have asked early on. Was this also kind of like a concept album? Because every time I hear you finish a track, I hear like a phone message kind of thing.
So
And
what's
then-
going on is like,
Yeah.
if you listen from the beginning in the first skit, you'll hear me and Fuse get into an Uber after leaving the studio.
Yes.
And all of our files are on this one flash drive. Mm-hmm. And we tell the driver to play it. And when we tell the driver to play it, I believe that's the song that comes on. I think.
The first joint?
No, the Knowledge song.
Oh, no, okay, got it.
Right? And
Yeah.
and so the whole concept of the album is us losing our USB in this car. The Uber driver is taking this USB and acting like it's him.
Oh, snap.
Right? So like when we end of the album, we call him and like, yo, what's up? Where's this thing at? And he's like, yo, I'm not giving this back to you, bro. And then so then me and Fuse like, damn, we gotta make another one. And so like that's just like a pre-thing to get to like, oh, we're gonna do another one. You know what I mean? So
Okay. Well, I mean, I heard the album was a dope album. Great concept now that I figure out what the album's about, man. Are you two gonna be kind of like who's a perfect example to give you? Like Run the Jewels with Killer Michael, like Morris with Ninth Wonder, that's gonna be like a continue on with y'all two? You guys got good chemistry.
yeah, we got good chemistry. But that comes from me watching how he works and understanding what he likes to hear.
Yeah.
Right? Because like to be in that world of like the boom bap, but still have some culture in it.
Yeah.
Fuse is like a master at that. And so like he's my go-to guy to make sure if it's like, I would even say whack things, but he'll find a way to make it sound or do something to the beat to make that whack thing sound ill. Even if I think it was a whack line, he'll make it right. He has the power to do that. And so when I work with Fuse, that chemistry feeling from watching him work and understanding what he likes to hear, that's what I go for. Because that's the, you know,
Is it like
Shaq? Shaq, when he wanted to be a big basketball player,
yeah,
he just always wanted to make his mom and dad proud. He wanted his father to say he's proud. I want my hip hop mentors to be like, that was dope. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like with Fuse, it's like a Rubik's Cube, I guess, just trying to figure out what thing is missing. He would just put the pieces together.
Yeah, he's definitely that intricate scientist that like will just nudge something to the right and it'll make it sound like, what the hell did you just do right now?
And it works.
Right, and it always works. One time he took my track, took my whole song and took it off beat. And the song sound like a whole nother song. And he's like, which one you like? I was like, oh my God. It was fire. He's really good.
I gotta have Short and Fuse one of these days, man. If you can make that happen, please.
I almost had him come today with us, but he's working.
Yeah, if you get a chance to, please help me make that happen.
Yeah, man. That's at Short Fuse. You heard it? Because you can follow him.
Yeah.
You
wink,
can.
Wink,
you
wink.
can follow him on Instagram if you want to. At Short Fuse. SHORTFYUZ. Short Fuse. You can do that.
You can do that, guys.
Yes, and you can also follow me at WhoIsAndreX. Everywhere.
Everywhere. All right, man. I want to get to a final joint here. You know what stinks, man? Like, I wish I could go through the whole album, but I had to pick 3, man. One of my favorite songs that we talked about that you really cared too much was actually your skit, the rapper voice on.
Yeah, my interlude.
Yeah, your interlude. That's actually my favorite. Maybe because I got hooked to the beat. So
yeah, the
really
beat's fire. I couldn't let it go.
You should have gave me at least 2 more verses on that, man. That was a waste of a good beat.
I want to do things where it's like with intention, right? I want to do things where it's like, all right, now I know that dropping an interlude rap, because most people I showed the album to get like a taste for it.
Yeah.
A lot of them were like, why is this there? Mm-hmm. And like, okay, maybe I can do something with the why, right? Maybe I can take the why it's there and then the next project, fulfill the why.
Yeah.
Or continue the why is he keep doing this? And then, you know what I mean? So it can be something that's part of my albums that's part of a whole different universe. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure that part out. I think I got it. I think I'm going to do that.
It's good. I mean, I guess with this song, because I love it so much, you could just, do another version, do a remix, and just throw
I can.
or
maybe
Rex or
maybe that's the look. You know what I mean?
Throw a remix in that way.
Yeah, drop it as a single.
Because that beat is fire. That beat is fire. But the other joint I want to get to, the final joint I want to get into, is February 28th.
Yes.
And you told me that was like your joint that you just feel a certain way.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
So that's
man.
like that's the one that touches deep into your heart.
Yeah, that's my favorite one because I felt very
vulnerable? Could it be vulnerable?
Vulnerable's in there, but I meant more like in a creative way. I felt very flowy. I felt like I'm hitting every like pocket that I need to hit. I felt like the words I'm saying are very visual, right?
Yeah.
I painted a picture with this song, and that's what I like about it.
Bet. So let's not waste any time for it. Let's rock it out.
Yeah, man. Shout out Zay, by the way.
Shout out to Zay, man. February 20. Wait, why February 28? What's it with Feb 28?
So this is gonna be a very long story, but I'm gonna make it really short.
Yeah, we ain't got that much time. So
okay, cool. Yeah,
we got 20 minutes. So.
I recorded that song on February 28th.
Oh, so touching. So touching.
That's all. That's the story.
You wouldn't even do it on leap year. You just did it on February 28th.
I did it on February 28th, yeah.
Look at that. That's wonderful. That's so deep. It's touching. It's touching. Cuba Mike, Andre X, 102.9, February 28th. Let's rock it out, y'all.
Jordan 3 cement blues. See me dripped in the essentials. I got it under the trench coat. Looking sharper than pencils. Look how I'm drawing their attention. Green diamonds in my timepiece like Benson. Fuse pulling the strings just like he's Jimmy. Which one? Pick one. Hendrix, Henson, late night Fallon. Who's hot? Dylon. But if I'm walking along path with my goals, I need them accolades. And I'm front line too with it, so back away. Hey, now I'm stacking, but I used to hustle for them pennies just like I'm Hardaway. Used to take them cabs just like I'm Callaway. Now I'm pushing horses like Andale. And you know that I came to spar today. Why? Punchlines inside my bars today. And they bags it like they louder rate. I need 1 million following. These niggas still follow me. I'm the GOAT, ain't no arguing. You ain't got enough chips for the bargaining. Call Buggy, let them know that we on again. With the family making threats, dropping the bomb again. Might need some more drogas for the song again. Got a big extender in my cardigan. I got a new bitch in my car again. Pull up with too much loud, I couldn't pack it all. Too much diamonds in my mouth, can't even talk at all.
I'll be right back, mama, I just gotta lay low. Stuck on the pesos, like powder from Yayo. Made my own payroll, paid off in my lane too. The next destination, the top of the game, ho. I'll be right back, mama, I just gotta lay low. Stuck on the pesos, like powder from Yayo. Made my own payroll, paid off in my lane too. The next destination, the top of the game, ho.
Y'all ain't real enough to speak to me, so watch your tone. Self-destruction always comes from within like the fall of Rome. Y'all set ablaze to whatever is in your way, so when you callin' up Zay, all you ever get is a dial tone. So preservation is the name of the game, I aim for the veins. Cause if you bleed the same blood, I do breathe the same air and feel pain. Ain't no reason to feel a fear, that's the truth. Tryna go as Zay and you won't see the light of day, it's like you tighten in the noose. You suicidal, I look to my idols and wonder what would I do if I had the same chances as Michael. Is crazy. Moonwalking on any beat ain't a challenge for me. Watching the throne and I'm hoping they passing the chalice to me. But jealousy and envy got them paralyzed. Say it with my chest, I don't paraphrase cause I'm that guy. Never fear confrontation, it make me
I'll
feel
be
alive.
right back, mama, I just gotta lay low. Stuck on the pesos, like powder from Yayo. Made my own payroll, paid off in my lane too. The next destination, the top of the game, ho. I'll be right back, mama, I just gotta lay low. Stuck on the pesos, like powder from Yayo. Made my own payroll, paid off in my lane too. The next destination, the top of the game, ho.
Yeah. And I'm back to it. Breaking through walls was tied up, putting my back to it. Like I was holding it up. It's like everywhere I go, they reach for the skies like I'm holding them up. Now they know that it's me, I let them know that it's us. Can't forget where I came from, even though it was tough. Made a god out of man, a diamond out of the sand. I'm cooler than a fan in Alaska. She asking, how did I overcome the speed bumps and distractions? Never gave them hoes enough time of reactions. That's factual, yeah. I'm actually a rapper, but more actual. Raised by the wolves and all the animals. Mama left me with my pops and it was damaging. Cause he left me outside for all the savages. Guess that's the gift and the curse for the survivor shit. Never wanna swim with the sharks, but I died in this bitch. Now I'm in too deep, probably die in this bitch. Check my messages.
Please enter your password, then press. You have new voice messages. New message.
Come on.
Yo, why you keep calling me about this USB?
Confused.
I'm not giving it back.
Yo, let's call him back. Listen.
Yeah.
Yo.
That was February 28th.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Andre X. Zay. Dope joint, man.
Thanks,
I can see
man.
why it's a personal favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So this album, should we looking for it? When should we look forward to like?
I'm doing rollout next month, so
Yeah.
as soon as May starts, you're gonna start.
So I get the exclusive? You kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel
Yeah.
honored. Let's go. Clap
Yeah,
for
man.
me.
Yes.
Clap for me.
You got the exclusive.
Nice.
And we're gonna start rolling out in May. Drop a few singles, do a little taste making things, listening parties, video release parties, and the whole nine. You know, more interviews, and like I said, the goal for this album, honestly, is for me and Short Fuse to get back to Europe. Get us back to Europe.
All right.
Yes.
No doubt, no doubt. I'll say this, man. This album's incredibly dope. I appreciate the production. I appreciate the lyricism. And, just to give you your props right now, you have come a long way.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I mean? From just busting freestyles and at the bus stations and schools or whatever the case may be, and taking your craft seriously, man. I went to the album like, yo, look at my dude doing it.
Yeah, man.
Look at my dude doing it out here, man. So just continue doing what you're doing, man. You got to open toward the tape deck and whatever you need, man. Hopefully next time you come back, you'll be able to perform for us.
Yes.
Give us a little something.
Yes, that'd be dope.
And, like I said, you got an open door. Whatever you need, you let me know. Play it out, and we're going to rock it out, man.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, man, I want to get to your podcast.
Yes.
We Are Pod? Well,
Where Are We podcast?
Where Are We podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. So how that came about?
So Nowhere Studios is in Methuen.
Yeah. No, it's in nowhere. It's in nowhere. Yeah.
It's it used to be John Chase's place. If you know John Chase, he's a really big engineer, drumming master.
Yeah.
From Berkeley, right?
Okay.
And he owned the house prior to that, and so us and the guys got together and got this crib as a studio. And one of the rooms was just really big and hardly being used. So we thought about maybe how can we promote this room? What can we do to make this room hot? And so we're like, let's start a podcast and just show people like, look, there's room here to make a podcast in this room and all this stuff. And then it went from just like promoting the studio and like all the artists that used to come through on Tuesdays, we would interview them sometimes on a Thursday. And it just started growing from there, like snowballing, you know? And it's like, I've been doing music for over 20 years, but I did podcasts for 2 months for the first 2 months. And like, I got more, yo, I saw your podcast. Yo,
That was the best feeling.
You know,
That's a great feeling. You know, so
it's a great feeling, but it's a great feeling for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
One, I am being myself.
Yeah.
And to get recognition and be myself, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have to fake it for nobody. I'm being me. People love it. Awesome. That's a good thing. The other good thing is that I didn't understand what having a voice meant until doing the podcast.
Yeah.
I thought I understood it through the rap, but I wasn't connecting with people.
Yeah.
I'm not connecting with people through the rap. I wasn't at the time, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so the snowballing of this podcast and like the journeys we've taken, we've already been to 3 different studios. They've all been free, right? They've all been like open to like, yes, come here, right?
Yeah.
And the blessings that come with it, the sponsorships we've gotten. Shout out Slapwood. Shout out Shop Og, right? You can go check out Shop Og at shopaug.com. They have great gear there that hook me up all the time, right? And we get sponsored by Mission Dispensary. Shout out them for hooking us up with products during our shoots.
Yeah.
We're being sponsored currently by the Witch Doctor in Salem, Mass. They're a glass blowing company, and they're sponsoring us with a studio, letting us do our thing there. So it's like, this is amazing, right? I'm trying to learn to turn the sponsorships into money, right? Because that's for me. It's like that's what's gonna drive more people to work harder. I feel like it's gonna give people initiative to like, all right, cool. Maybe I can relax on this side of my mind and put more energy into this. Because the good thing about the podcast is that I have a consistent team.
Yeah.
That's the good thing.
That's what you need too, man. Because let me tell you something. With the podcast I've been doing or whatever, I'm dolo, and it's just too much work,
Bro,
man.
I am grateful. The first year of the podcast was all me.
Yeah.
I did everything. The producer was there. He just pressed record, but I did. Like, he would clean up the vocals, and I do all the video, all the clipping, all the editing, all like the effects. Everything was me. And now I gave that job over to him because I have a child. I have a job. I have a business to run.
You got bills to pay,
right?
son.
And so like the good thing about my team is that we recognize when we need to like put our 2 cents in or helping other people, whatever it is, whatever the case. My team has been really good with that. Like, okay, cool, you can't do this, I'll do it. Like, if I see this is frustrating one of my associates, I'm like, you know what? Don't even get frustrated. Because in my life, I take nothing personal.
Yeah.
So when someone gets frustrated with something around me, I'm like, don't worry about it. If I can handle it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So that you can relieve from that frustration and then tell me what the excuse is now.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm going to do it. Now, why are you upset?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of like team I have. Like, and we're brothers. Like, the people I'm with, I've been with them since I was a kid. Since Idea Records, right? Yanti, sorry.
Yeah, shout out to Yanti.
I was going to say Yantiel, but that's exactly what his name is.
Yeah,
but,
I'm having a hard time saying all your government's names. I'm like,
no, it's
I
Yant.
can't stand your rappers, them you rappers.
Yeah, his real name is Fabio.
Yeah.
But his rap name was Yantiel.
Yeah.
And we just call him Yanti because it's shorter.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been with me for many years, since Idea Records.
Yeah.
Pito, like I said, he's been with me for many years. You don't see him on camera, but he's behind the scenes taking other pictures. He's the guy doing that. And then SK, I've known him through mutual friends for many years through music.
Yeah.
And so, we're a group. We did have my DJ Knight, my boy Knight, who was my DJ for many years. But he's on another journey now, right? So we're just really tight knit, and we're trying to grow, man. And we check each other a lot. We hold each other accountable for when we think like, yo, you're being a little bitch right now.
Yeah.
Or yo, you're being really like, I'm the boss right now. You're not. Like, chill. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. And a team's a team, man. It's gonna be ups and downs, but this team that I have, I'm very grateful. consistency is key, bro. Consistency is key. If you're not consistent, I tend to like just move away from you.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? So
No doubt, man. And any final words, man?
yeah, man. I want to give a big shout out to all the like nonprofits in my city that are doing things for the youth. Elevated Thought, Movement City,
Yeah.
Boys and Girls Club, YDO.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of Act Lawrence. There's a whole bunch of nonprofits in my city, and probably around these areas that are doing things for the youth. Man, the youth are the future. Happy kids are gonna make it a lot easier for the adults to live in their world later.
Yeah.
Happy kids.
That's a gem there.
Right?
You heard that,
Happy
kid?
kids will make it a lot easier for you later on. Because I deal with kids from first grade all the way up to college. And treating them nice when they were in first grade, it makes a big difference when they get to 8th grade and how they respect you.
Yeah.
There's a big difference in how they respect you when they become an adult.
Yeah.
Because you treat them accordingly, right? Everybody has their own treatment plan or their own like way of, their own love language, right?
Yeah.
And this is what the point of these nonprofits in these cities that are helping these communities come together and help these youth find different outlets, right? Not everyone's gonna be a lawyer and make that money. Not everyone's gonna be a cop. Not everyone's gonna work in the hospital, right? Not everybody has to go work in a factory and make cakes and stuff like that, which is a reality, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to teach these kids like, yo, you can use your creative outlets as a coping skill, or you can use your creative outlets as a coping skill and a stream of revenue.
Bang.
Right? Be your own boss this way. This can be your escape from reality, but then it can also be your reality. You know what I'm saying?
All right, no doubt, man. I love it, man. Yo, man. So we rocked out for like the last hour, and I want to say thank you, man, because you gave me absolutely nothing to work with. It was just
Thank you.
nothing. It
I
was
love
just
it.
the worst thing ever.
Thank you.
I got to see what I got to do with my bosses. I don't even know if this ain't going to be here. So
Yeah, I'm surprised you got a boss. I thought
looks like it's just a
Surprised you're
mess
here.
out here. It's just a mess.
I'm surprised
Gave me
you're here.
absolutely nothing, man.
you're the only Cuban person in this 20-mile radius.
Look at that. Yo, man. Yo, Jax, man. Thank you for coming through, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for
Anything
having me.
you let me know, man. You got an incredible album coming out, man. You're doing dope things out here, man. And 100, thank you, man.
Yeah, man. And you can, just in case you don't know, you can check out the album on www.whoisandrex.com. I'm going to have it right there up front, or you can go on my Instagram. You can do that. And you probably will. You probably will do it.
I will. I already did already, but I'm going to do it again just off the strength.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, man. Yo, it's your boy, Keeper Mike, man. You put us at 102.9 Take Deck, and you can catch me here every
Yes.
Friday from 6 to 7.
Yes, you can.
Having dope artists, having dope music, and just doing dope things all around, man. So I'll catch you next Friday, man, 6 to 7, 102.9. Same Tape Deck time, same
Peace.
Tape Deck channel.
Yes.
Lawtown, 978.
De lo mío!
Wildcat, stand up. Let's go, man. We out of here, man. Peace.
Peace.